something that Cardi B said. I came across it not too long ago. It says Cardi B says you should fight a woman for taking your man. Let me go ahead and play this.
Don't mind me. I'm drunk. No, I don't give a fuck. How about that? Because I'll say even if I'm drunk or not. All right. So I've been seeing a lot of tweets that be going viral talking about when Cardi says this. Hold up. These tweets talk about when Cardi say she fighting over dick too. I don't feel her on that. But this is my thing, right? This is my thing. If a bitch go through your purse, right? If a bitch go through your purse and she steals some of your money, you're not gonna fight that bitch? Yeah, bitch, you gonna fight for your money, right? So if a nigga's providing for you, giving you money, paying your bills, doing all that shit, and a bitch go take him from you, you not gonna fight over that dick because that's your money. Because that nigga's your money. You not gonna fight for that, bitch? Because I'm fighting with teeth. I'm biting you, bitch, over my nigga. Yes, I am. Fighting you over that dick. Now, if it's a broke nigga, bitch, I can help you. You deserve charges on you, bitch. You deserve a whole restraining order.
Just trying to figure out is that typical, ladies? Is this what y'all do when y'all have a good man with good D? Is that what we doing out here? You guys agree?
No, nobody's fighting anyone for anyone. We're not doing that. No.
Okay, can you guys?
I'm so confused. What's going on? Like what?
No, man, this is y'all culture, right? This is what y'all.
No, Cardi B is not.
I think the
part of our
ratchets
culture.
they fight in the street, and that's not where the fight needs to be. The fight needs to be at home with your man. The fight needs to be making it better with him, not with a female in the street that may be interested in him.
I agree.
Yeah, like when does that end? Is always gonna be somebody trying to do something? Like you just gonna fight everybody? Like, look, Cardi B is not part of our culture. I need Jr. I don't know what you talk about. This is not part of our culture. It's stupid people and it's the rest of us. She's one of the stupid people. Come on now, that is not part of our culture.
Y'all don't think that Cardi is a part of the? If she's not a part of the culture, then why did the president interview her? Or why did the president let her interview him?
She's not part of the culture, bro.
Then why did the president let him interview her?
There's a sub area of our culture where like rap and all this other stuff where a president or somebody trying to get elected would be able to get the stupid people to actually go vote for that particular president. So there's a subculture. So there's a culture and then there's a subculture.
She influenced your culture.
Are the majority of black people stupid?
In the subculture, yes.
No, I mean in a general sense, is the majority of black people stupid?
There's a subculture, but I don't think the majority of black people are stupid.
Why not? She got, let's see, it's about 400 million people in the United States. Black people make up 13.6% of the population. She have 147 million followers on Instagram. So if the majority of black people follow her, then are the majority of the black people stupid?
People follow people since I follow random people just because, like, that doesn't mean you listen to what that person is saying and follow what that person is doing just because you follow somebody. You know how many people I just follow just because either I know them or I'm cool, they cool, something. But it's not because I'm like, ooh, I want to hear what they got to say. You just follow people. It's just a social thing to do. It's like saying what's up to somebody, almost, you know?
I think we're being disingenuous by not really acknowledging the impact that Cardi B has on the culture. And
he's just being disingenuous.
Because to say that she's not a part of the culture, whether we like what the culture has become or not, is a completely different question. But to say that she's not a heavy influence on what women do within the culture is disingenuous.
I'm interested to know, like you said, she's not part of the culture. What are the identifiers that let you know that, hey, look, this person is part of our culture?
In my mind, she is part of the subculture. Like, so that's just me, you know?
I mean,
that's all I'm saying.
Part of the culture. Mr. Let Go. There's a
Yeah,
lot of people
what's the
that
difference?
follow you and has
Yeah.
watched your videos, and maybe not to the level of a Cardi B, right? But to an extent, you have a influence on what goes on with
Well, I have a
determining whether or
bias.
not people,
I have a
should
bias
move
towards
one way
rap.
or another.
I have a negative bias towards rappers. So you got to look
I mean,
at that.
that's
So,
fair.
so I'm coming from a negative bias.
I'm not disputing that. I'm just
That's
saying
all.
that anybody who's influential
Yeah.
in impacting other people, as far as determining whether or not they should believe this thing or they should believe that thing, it impacts culture.
Yeah, I'm being disingenuous because I have a negative bias towards rappers. So when I see a rapper, I'm gonna kind of like go against them almost regardless of what they say. So
What's the difference between the subculture that you're talking about?
Well, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I just don't really look at rappers as,
I think that rappers are probably the most influential thing on a culture.
Yeah,
I don't think that there's anything
I get
more
it. I get it.
influential than
Sometimes
rappers
you
and
kind of
music.
like just don't want it to be. That's why I said I'm
I got what you're saying.
disingenuous
I
due
got what
to
you're
the
saying.
fact that I have a negative bias. So I'm admitting that.
Yeah, the problem is that when it comes to a culture, the majority, it makes the culture, not the
there
minority.
you go. Yes.
Okay,
So
we can
it's
move
just that
on.
simple.
Okay, I get it.
But here's the thing, to bring it back to the question and answer the question. I actually agree with her, right? I think that one of the things that we have a problem with, and obviously she was being extra and using extreme examples in order to illustrate her point. But one thing that I will say about Cardi, regardless of how she influences people with her music, she's still married. And regardless of what her man was accused of, she held on to him and she took him back, and she's not getting divorced, and she fights for her man and she holds down her marriage. So we can have a conversation about whether or not her music is influential, or whether or not she would let her kid, listen to her music, or how it impacts other people. But the point that she was making is that we need to fight for our man, fight for her man, fight for your family. You fight for a lot of other things that you don't necessarily, that's not as impactful or relevant to your kid or your financial well-being or your lifestyle or all of that other type of stuff. But the reality is that the life that she living and the example that she's illustrating, as far as making sure that she not losing her man to nobody, is the thing that I think that Black women is ignoring.
That makes all the sense in the freaking world. I ain't even think about that part. I'm thinking about, because she actually went to jail for jumping on some girls for sleeping with her husband. So she actually did get into fights over her husband.